Well, we arrived in Sofia, Bulgaria on July 28th, 2014, yesterday, and we spent today touring Sofia up in the mountains and throughout the city. It's an interesting city. It's old, it's very poor, doesn't look nearly as poor as Havana, Cuba, but it's not a rich city, let me tell you that. This place is kind of a mecca for deferred maintenance. There's a lot of deferred maintenance. This is the view out of the Thracian Best Western Hotel, one of the best hotels in Bulgaria. As you can see, there's more than a little deferred maintenance across the street. Over here, you can see the plaster's fallen off. These walls, and this place is pretty disreputable looking. This is supposed to be the nicest part of town. This is a pretty poor country. We hired a wonderful young fellow, a 24-year-old, as a guide. He had been the bellhop in our hotel here, and he's really lovely. And we rented a car and had him drive us around the city. And he took us up to this wonderful restaurant up in the Rila Mountains, south of Sofia. And this is the site. That's Pammy over there in the corner with the guide as I take this picture. It's a lovely place. This is the Water Wheel restaurant in the hills above Sofia. That's Pammy down there with our guide. It's a lovely outdoor restaurant. Water race goes through here. It has trout in it. And the restaurant goes on around. It's a lovely outdoor restaurant with a live barbecue. I'm having ribs. The food here is traditional Bulgarian, and this young fellow is barbecuing up my, let's see, they called it pork neck steak. And there are also some skewers there of fish, of chicken. It was very good. Frankly, the best thing was the salad, which is called chopshka salad. It's really good. It's really just sort of like tomatoes and cucumbers and lettuce, but the cheese they put on it is very good, and the tomatoes are homegrown and so sweet and flavorful you can hardly believe it. This is, of course, us having lunch. As I said, the food really was quite good. And this picture depicts Pammy reaching over to put her hand on my arm. She knows it pisses me off. That pile of wood in the background is set up for a giant bonfire later tonight. They cook whole pigs and whole sheep out here. These are pictures from the women's fruit and vegetable market in Sofia. Look at the size of that mushroom. It's about half again as big as a basketball. The next picture has bright orange mushrooms. I've never seen anything like them. The orange ones are really beautiful. The big white ones are a little grotesque, kind of freak mushrooms or something. I commented on how expensive things were up in Scandinavia. The opposite is the case here in Bulgaria. This lunch we had at this really kind of special restaurant up in the mountains, destination restaurant. There were three of us, Pammy and the guide and I. We all had nice big meals. I had a giant beer. Pammy had a smaller beer. The guide had a soft drink. We had 3 full meals with multiple courses. And the entire tab with tip was under $35. We're staying now in Plovdiv at what the guidebooks say is the nicest hotel in town. And it's a lovely old hotel with antique furniture and really nice. And the bill here is €100 a night, which works out to be about $140. So things are really, really inexpensive in this country. We are in Old Town Plovdiv. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a rock and roll band playing down there, playing some pretty good blues. It's about 9:45. People are just on their way out to dinner. The Plovdivians are late diners. We had lunch here in Burgos. It was the first point on our trip where we hit the Black Sea. These are some pictures that Pammy took, and she's sort of mumbling. And she wasn't intentionally mumbling. She was just speaking too quietly for the breezes blowing out there on the ocean.